Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warrior LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warrior LTV. Keep it locked.
I'm gonna tell you. We as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I say? Set the bar for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this. Yes, brothers and sisters. Greetings in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I the First, and all things good and wonderful amongst us and about us. Welcome, viewers and subscribers. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe and make sure you grow the platform. You see it. We love the growth and things like that, but you don't know. Still give thanks. You see it. Yeah. So, we observed two articles here today. Seen Vybz Kartel Juror found guilty and Shaggy Foundation with a $100 million that was meant to come from charity, from the charity concert that they were supposed to use assist the Bustamante Children Hospital in Jamaica. You know, see, Shaggy no look right. This guy way out of proportion now, because at the end of the day, I make read the article. Concerns are being raised. Concerns are again being raised as 5 years later, funds raised to help the Bustamante Children Hospital from the Shaggy and Friends concert inexplicably have not done so, despite the money reportedly remaining lodged with Scotia Bank Jamaica. International reggae superstar Shaggy won plaudits for his altruistic efforts to raise money to help the children of the Bustamante Hospital. He even co-opted help from his friend, the English pop star Sting. But years later, the Shaggy Make a Difference Foundation is yet to disburse at least $100 million from 2018's last staging of the Benayal concert to the Bustamante Hospital. In addition to money raised from tickets, some of which sold for as much as $26,000, several sponsors came on board to support the charity concert, and a symbolic $100 million check was handed over to the hospital in February 2018. But as for the actual cash, some say perhaps it is an accounting hold-up. Others that it is somewhere in an administrative vortex. The Minister of Health and Wellness is calling for an investigation into the matter and says attempts to contact Shaggy and his wife Rebecca have gone unanswered. I'm a little disappointed. It has taken 5 years and the children and the infrastructure of Bustamante Hospital have not benefited from the worthy cause, said Dr. Christopher Tufton, Minister of Health and Wellness. I have a lot of admiration for Shaggy, his team, and the thousands of others that have contributed to that cause. The reality of it is the benefit have not yet flowed to the children. Eyes are turned on Shaggy, particularly as successful Jamaican businesswoman Beverly Nichols, based in New York, donated $1 million US to the Chapelton Hospital in Clarendon with little fanfare. Embarrassing situation. The funds assisted in renovation work and was dispatched expeditiously. Joseph Tibby, a Jamaican nurse who spent the majority of his career at Jackson Memorial in Miami, told our Today Beverly Nichols is from Clarendon and she has succeeded in America and then helped her people back home. She has made a difference. Shaggy made it big because became an international superstar and Jamaicans took him at his word. This is embarrassing and the question has to be asked, where is the money now? Nichols challenged all Jamaicans to help the country and in particular children. I would challenge other people in the diaspora to follow my lead and do something in their community. The government can't help people here, and we cannot have our citizens living like third-class citizens, she said. Meanwhile, Shaggy is yet to give an update as to when the funds will be handed over to help the hospital or where the money is now. When the matter was first raised in 2019, the foundation indicated that it was never the practice to hand over funds to the hospital, and instead it purchased equipment for facilities to meet Bustamante's needs list. The funds from the 2018 concert had been slated for the purchase of beds for the hospital ICU, but according to the foundation, the existing ICU space would have need to be expanded first. If this is an accounting glitch, it has been suggested that perhaps he should pay over what was promised out of his own pocket and then claim the sum back once all this is rectified. As it stands, it doesn't reflect well on Shaggy, particularly as he is a leading Jamaican personality. He needs to get in front of the drama and address it head on. Tufton has asked the chairman of the Bustamante Hospital, Guardsman boss Kenny Benjamin, to investigate the matter and come forth with an explanation. Benjamin has a reputation for judiciousness and alacrity. It should be applied in this instance. If Shaggy committed to help Bustamante Hospital, then he should be a man of his word. 5 years and all now you don't hand over the funds. Something not right. He kept big shows with packed crowd. Where did the money go? Shaggy must answer. He can't go quiet on this, said Maurice Reeves, a care worker at the Calvary Hospital in the Bronx, New York. The Shaggy and Friends concert began in 2009 and claimed to have raised $400 million for the Bustamante Hospital, with major sponsors coming on board. People are now skeptical. There has been a lack of transparency with the Shaggy Foundation, and the government should be asking questions. People paid good money for the show, believing it would help with the hospital. It now looks like false promise and should be called out. If they don't want to hand over the cash, then buy the equipment with it and make a presentation. Kenny Benjamin has said they have not even done that. Charities registered in the US and UK have strict guidelines. This wouldn't be allowed to happen there, said Brian McCann, a former actuary at Life of Jamaica who attended one of the Shaggy shows. Back in 2019, Shaggy declared that he did not trust Jamaican media, then sought to clear up the matter and allay fears that some malfeasance took place, saying he never touched the money, he never moved the money, he never carried it nowhere. The money has been there the whole time. It's earmarked for an ICU. We will be turning it over to the Bustamante Hospital for our children to do this new project with Kenny Benjamin and the hospital, he said. Questions were asked in 2019. They are still being asked at the end of 2022. How soon is now? That's a good question, Shaggy. You know, see it, and it not look good. It not look good on the whole thing. Clarity needed to be established, yes, or Rasta. I mean by 100 million. And you still can't explain. And a matter of fact, we are here about 400 million. We are wondering where the other 300 million go from 2009 up until the time series of show was kept and 400 million was made somewhat. You see, and we don't hear nothing about it. It sounds dodgy, to say the least, Shaggy. If you do better than that, I think the last time we mentioned something about a show here, it was a year or two ago. Anyway, I'm going to play Shaggy, what Shaggy have to say for the item.
Well, as far as benefits, the money has been in the bank, so that's the first benefit. Yeah. It is there. Now, to execute it, you know what I mean? That is what we have to sit down and figure out how we're going to do it. And we're talking about stretching bucks. And we're taking this money and trying to stretch it the best. So we can't just get up and quickly just choose this person and choose that person and choose this person. We have to sit down and have meetings after meetings. Make sure you're the right contractors, right? The right architect, the people who are passionate about it. Not somebody going to just come on board and say, all right, yeah, you know, we're going to do construction, but we're going to build a hospital, but we're 500 jobs over here, so that's going to be priority. Like, you know what I mean? We want people who are passionate about it and take this, let it be the first. So that takes time. That takes time for us moving through and getting it done. No, the whole thing about turning over, as rather something is about turning money over to the government. We were never that organization. If you look at our model from day one, we never turn cash over to government. We always buy equipment ourselves, right, and do it.
Something all right. Something all right, yeah.
Yes, I. The Shaggy a claim say space na there. Shaggy them you see them little reason the way I give youth, them not gonna away. That not sound right. That not sound right. They sound like some chappings that go on right. That's so you know the first face of Jamaican people, Rasta. And you just look relaxed and nonchalant with it. I mean, after 5 years, and you have mentioned say during COVID, the COVID 2-year period, nothing couldn't go on and things like only for planning, that's the time when the planning should have gone. How comes the planning never make before you make the money? After you make the money, you make the plan them. And them little Shaggy, some chapping a go on that's in a Rasta. Some chopping is like you chop the children of Jamaica Rasta. We can't do it now. We can't say it another way, you know, because at the end of the day, it's beer that you go on with. You know, see, you're a big rich man where you don't have the problem them. We not going to face the problem them with Jamaica children them face. You have to jack up on the back of the suffering of the children them. Make the money and sit down upon it. How much you see the suffering of these children? You know? How much you see the lack of facility, the lack of care for the children them. That's you can sit down there well, relax and comfortable, still give reason and excuse and thing like that. I eat that thing and keep up Shaggy. Somehow you have enough. You have enough where you don't need that unless someone lie and tell you on bankrupt as soon as you see money you just greedy. You don't get me? End of the day, only you could have buy it. I mean, you claim yourself a 6-bed, the hospital or 8-bed the hospital use and only 5 it can hold. Buy the 5 then now and make the rest of money. Why not spend some of the money on some of the things that's needed? You just sit down on it and nothing do. 5 years and you're still in the planning phase. You still a plan, Rasta? Yeah? I want another 10 years we have to go wait. I want another 5 years before ground break or any the first equipment buy. No, the classic question is how much profit is being made off of this money through the banking sector and banking organization. We know say a rich boy like who can invest them money there on the overnight banking market and I'll double it by a morning. You know see how much work the money I do for you in the meantime. We don't know. You know, we're not educated to them something, yeah? Or you just sit down and just, oh, you so comfortable. While children in the burn unit, prenatal children, all of them things they are going and you just sit down comfortable by your ass. You can't do that, man. It's not acceptable, Rasta. Who is you? What you expect we to think? Or you expect the people to come and the regular people in the nation to think? You know? Nah, man, you're too happy-go-lucky, man. You take too much disadvantage now, Rasta. This gone too far. See all the lady Beverly Nichols from Clarendon we done here. $1 million US. $1 million US. That no more than 100 million Jamaican dollar. And for your money spent up already on the hospital and do what you do. On the hospital and you Shaggy. You know the feelings, man. If you just come out and say you thief that, man. You know, see it. If you just come out and say you hold that food there, Rasta. Because so this look like you just hold that food and however you want to tie it up or whatever you want to do with it. In a business where you want claims, Rasta. In a business where you want claims, you know. You know, look innocent. No more explanation. How much explanation you come slung down there and get like so well then I eat that and everything good. You know, see it? Nah, man. This don't look right, Rasta. This don't look right, like Ninja Man say. Something not right here, sir. Something not right here, sir. Yes, when a business where you want to come get a big starstruck business now go on around here, sir. You know, see it? can't sit down there with so much. I want to tell you how much things that could have did do if it did really mean to do something. You sit down there like in a competition with you and the government. You say who can hold out the longest or who can be what you talk about, man? Just like people themselves was UK or US, probably they are prison. Probably they are prison for that already. Usually people observe what they want to fix up before them create a charity. You know, see, set up the charity, make the money, and then go straight to work on where them claims they want to fix. All now you don't know what you want to fix. All now you don't know. Thief, you thief that, man. That come like you play some scamming joke with the people, them Rasta. That don't look right, Shaggy. You see? Anyway, Vybz Kartel, Juror found guilty, Rasta. You know, see? So, yeah. You know something we observe with the article, yeah? Vybz Kartel, Juror have a bigger defense than Vybz Kartel himself, you know. Yeah, more established, more versatile, more, you know, known. You know? Yeah, more learned. Valerie Nita Robinson, KC, King's Counsel, says she will be appealing Tuesday's guilty verdict handed down to her client, Livingston Kane, the jury in the Vybz Kartel murder trial, who was accused of offering $500,000 to the jury foreman to influence other juries to return a not guilty verdict. He was found guilty in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court of perverting the course of justice after being accused of offering the money to a female juror in the case which was brought against dancehall artist Vybz Kartel. Kartel, whose given name is Adidja Palmer, was eventually found guilty along with Chance Campbell, Kahira Jones, and Andre St. John's for the dirtings of Clive Lizard Williams at the house in Heavendale, St. Andrew in August 2011. Kane enjoyed bail for 8 years but had it revoked by trial judge Maxine Ellis on Tuesday in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court, which means that he will spend Christmas in jail. He will be sentenced on March 2nd, 2023. Parish Judge Maxine Ellis insisted on November 22 that it was about time a verdict was arrived at, indicating that she had no wish to have the trial stretch beyond 2022. I would prefer finishing this matter in this calendar year so I don't have to mark another anniversary. I have now set the matter for summation. All things being equal, this matter is going to be completed on December the 13th, Ellis said on November the 22nd. Nita Robinson raised a number of issues in court, questioning why the matter hadn't been thrown out long ago and citing numerous holes in the case. She claimed that her client is in this position because he indicated that he would return a not guilty verdict and suggested that other jurors do the same. It is on this basis she believes a case was cooked up against him. She alleged that he offered to give her $500,000 to return a verdict of not guilty. She did a first recording of a conversation between them, which wasn't clear. There was a conversation and she interpreted it by saying, "So you want me to influence them for Lego the man them and then we talk." Me not understand the piece there. All of this is coming from her based on the recording that was not clear. She went back to Mr. Kane and renewed the conversation. She said, what is in it for me? Mr. Kane, where you are going to get $500,000 from? And you always say you don't have no money. All of what would amount to corroboration? The lawyer insisted that credibility was the main issue and that the Crown failed to discharge its verdict in respect of the material aspect of its case. Yeah. So, yeah, that is that. But the thing is, This case here go on for over 8 years. Over 8 years. Oh, this man now get a 8-year sentence, you know. We're certain of that. 100% certain of that this man now spend 8 years in jail. Matter of fact, him gonna get a fine. You know, see it. The end of the day, you know. We no business, we don't know what go on. We not try say this go on and that go on. But again, him have a bigger lawyer than Vybz Kartel, because following Nita Robinson, a serious entity in the court sphere. You know, see it, she's a King's Counsel, and a long time, she was Queen Counsel before the Queen passed away, a long time, years ago. You see it, and them type of lawyer, yeah. Vybz Kartel should have even have upon him appeal case. We don't know why he might use little Isaac Buchanan, where it look like him can even knock 2 10 cents together. You see, but yeah, we wonder what go on here so with that case here. And all this look, because we have said two of the other charges them dropped. You see, 2 of the charges them dropped because they must not have enough evidence for support them charges there. See? So, you know, it kind of look dodgy, to say the least. That's them still finding guilty upon the last one here. See, I was 3 counts, and them say 2 of them not have sufficient evidence. Maybe because them not have no record in all the other people them only say what them say out of them mouth or things like that. Well, obviously enough evidence not there. You see, Parish Just Martin is found Kane guilty on 1 count of perverting the course of justice, but not guilty on 3 other counts. See, 3 other counts. 1 count was also withdrawn by the Crown. The Crown had evidence that Kane perverted the course of justice on March 13 by offering the jury foreman the money to influence other juries to agree to a not guilty verdict. Prosecution had alleged that one day before the verdict in Kartel's trial, Kane met with the jury foreman in the Supreme Court library and told her he realized that she had some influence on other members of the panel before making the offer. You know, we not give no opinion on whether or not it happened. We just know say a long time this go on and something should have been done already. It just goes to kind of show how far behind the justice system is, you know. End of the day, you have one case drawn out way longer than the time where it would take the time where the jury would have get in a prison for do the thing. You know, you have a man on bail for so long. Well, it is what it is, because it doesn't sound like there was any other sort of evidence that needed to be brought forward in order to move the case forward. Them already have everything with them did have from day one, including so-called voice recording and witness statement and things like that. Not like them away upon forensic or anybody running gun abroad or anything like that. You know, but it is what it is, and them say them find him guilty. Now we can see what sort of sentence more get. See, Shaggy Foundation, you think no look right, you think look shaky, that's a rasta. You have suffered the children, them. Shaggy Foundation. Big idiot thing that. You see, time for you come forward and now and do something. Make the youth them feel good. You know what I say? Yes, I. Brothers and sisters, we give thanks once again, you know. Rastafari.